Hello and welcome to this May 28th edition of ScandiPWA Weekly Community Session. This is Alex here today with you, and we have four really exciting updates to cover. First, we have two new use cases. If you are following our newsletter, you probably already saw one of these sites, but during today's session, I'm going to cover both. Then we have a new massive release by our developers team. Also, for those of you who are working with the ScandiPWA theme on a daily basis, you will be excited to see some updates related to the documentation page. Finally, we are requesting you to send your questions. We're going to start a new series of videos dedicated to the upcoming ScandiPWA 3.x version and specifically to the extension mechanism that will be introduced in this version, and we're gathering your feedback and your questions to address during the Q&A session. But let's move on with the first topic for today. As I see, the first topic for today is a new release that was actually introduced just yesterday. So you can find more information about this release on our GitHub page. The link is also added to the description box below this video. This is a really massive update, and I'm going to briefly highlight some of the features. If you are interested in details, then you're welcome to check the GitHub as well as join our Slack to send your questions and get some details on the release. So this release, as we announced previously, right now the ScandiPWA front-end lead Alfreds is focusing on optimizing the performance of the theme, and we are working hard to improve the theme. And as we see, the first feature is related to the performance improvements. You can now expect much faster loads for category pages of configurable products, as well as the search and product processing should also work faster. Next, we have the long anticipated search page that is finally back, and you can access the search by pressing the enter button in the search box. So update your version and then check it out. Also, there is a category CMS block support now introduced. You can now select CMS blocks for the category page, and they will appear underneath product list. Now, this is something I'm really excited to see, the checkout routing. So now when switching between the checkout steps, the different checkout steps now have URL addresses, so it allows to redirect to, for example, the checkout /success page or /billing page or /shipping page. So this is something that is required by some payment providers, but I know that marketers will also be excited to see this, as it empowers marketers to use all the tools that you are most likely willing to use and familiar with. So this is feature that I'm personally, and I'm sure a lot of our community members are really excited to see appeared in ScandiPWA. And of course, every release comes out with the list of bug fixes. Here you can see the list, and if you're interested in details again, then link is added to the description. So open this GitHub page and learn more about our update. Okay, now it's time to move to second topic for today, the new use cases. As I mentioned, there are two projects that are using ScandiPWA that was recently launched, and we are going to check these websites. Both of the websites, both of the projects are custom, and you can compare, you can see how it is possible to customize the theme, and then basically you can check it out. So Here we can see the first store. Again, this was already mentioned in our recent newsletter, but since newsletter came out after we filmed the weekly community session with merchants and agencies, I'm introducing this website during today's session. So the shop.sportland.lv, the link is also added to the description. Actually, this brand is a very known. This is a very popular brand here in Baltic states, and there are free projects for each of these states, for Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. All the links are added to the description. Go ahead and check it out. Meanwhile, I'm just browsing this store, and you can see the layout. You can see that this is a very interesting implementation. And second project that I would like to highlight and present for the first time, this is a project called Bookie.lv, the online bookstore selling books for a Latvian market. Here you can see the website. So again, very interesting implementation and great project. The link is added to the description. Go ahead and check it out, and maybe if you have any questions, then make sure to send us your questions. It's time to move on to our third topic for today's session, which is ScandiPWA documentation updates. So we have introduced some updates related to the ScandiPWA docs page. Well, first of all, the search option was introduced. Here on the docs.scandipwa.com site, you can see the search field, and now you can easily navigate and find information that you are searching for, typing in some keywords. And I'm using this BAM to showcase a new article that was also added recently to our docs. Now you can learn the coding guidelines that will allow for more readable, consistent code. So learn the BAM methodology, and you can also find some videos on this topic added. Basically, this is an article that was moved from the old documentation page, formatted. We have added videos, so feel free to check it out and read more about the coding standards to build better projects. And lastly, the announcement from our team: if you are related to the development, or you're following the ScandiPWA project, and you already heard about the upcoming 3.x version and the extension mechanism that will be implemented in this version, we are going to start a series of videos covering everything that is related to extensions. The new core maintainer will host these videos, and we are going to answer all your questions. So please send us your feedback, send us your questions related to extensions, to upcoming ScandiPWA version. We're going to address this during the Q&A sessions, and please do fill the form. The link to the Google form is added to the video below, to the description section below, and let us know your feedback in community Slack by sending us email. Basically, we ask for your feedback and questions, and we are happy to address all these questions during the Q&A sessions with developers. This is it. This is today's update. Thank you for watching the videos. Please do comment if you have anything to say, or join our Slack, or send me an email to this address. Thank you for watching again, and see you next week. Bye bye.